Hey guys, Marsling here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today I'm doing a video that I talked about when I was doing the summon stream, that I was going to do at some point in the future. And that is that we are going to take a look today at the AGL Captain Ginyu and his team without either of his side banner units. So we do not have the STR Guldo and Raccoon, and we do not have the Int, Jace and Berta on the team. So the reason why I'm doing this video, and again I talked about it on stream but not everybody will have seen it, I did tweet about this before as well, but like with the release of Ginyu on Global, everybody was talking about like, oh, you know, it's not really worth taking the risk summoning for him, like if you just want to buy the ticket pack or if you want to do the discounted steps, because if you pull Ginyu and not his side banner units, then he's not very good, right? So like I basically just kept kind of seeing this, I don't know if I would call it a meme, but just kept seeing this like idea going around that if you don't pull the side banner units alongside Ginyu, then Ginyu's not going to be very good, or his team's not going to be very good. So now obviously I know that some of those people were talking about the red zone, of course, but on Global, the hardest, like, long single enemy form event that we have is the Legendary Vegeta event. So we are jumping in with this team, which as you can see is the full Ginyu Force free-to-play team. So literally, if you pull Captain Ginyu, if you buy the tickets or you do the discounted steps, and you pull Captain Ginyu, but you don't pull the two side banner units, you can run this team, because this team is Captain Ginyu and then all free-to-play units. Now, obviously, that does include the physical LR Ginyu Force, and you do have to have quite a lot of battlefield memories for their EZA medals. But, to be perfectly honest, I mean, for me personally, I had a bunch of them spare and ready to go, simply because the like, the other things that you've been able to get with, like, the battlefield medals and stuff so far haven't really been that great. Like, LRs like Barbady and Dabura, whilst they're pretty decent, I bought one copy when they first got added to the shop. I did a video with them at 55%, and then by the time they started adding the extra copies, like, I didn't want to use that unit on any of my teams. Like, Majin Buu Saga is a stacked category with a ton of really, really good options. So I just never really used that unit, and so I didn't bother to buy the extra dupes. I never bought the physical and STR Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Majin Vegeta. I never bought the Krillin and the 18 until recently, because obviously been beefing up the androids team. So I had a lot of battlefield memories spare. Obviously, if you don't have those, you can't run the physical LR Ginyu Force. Definitely wouldn't run them without their EZA. But I deliberately made this team using the full free-to-play Ginyu Force, just to show, like, the team at its, I guess, weakest is maybe the right, I don't know if that's the right way to say it, because obviously if you want to do this, like if you did pull Ginyu, you obviously don't have to bring the free-to-play Ginyu Force units. You can use any other, like, summonable units that you have, right? So you've got, like, Golden Freezers are on Ginyu's leader skill, who are obviously really, really good slot 1 tanks. You got, like, Transforming Frieza, all the Coolers, Garlic Jr. as a support unit that I've been using in some of the showcases. So, of course, Ginyu gets super attacked in slot 1, type disadvantage. But we do have a lot of HP on the 200% leader skill team. So that is obviously a very good thing. All the free-to-play Ginyu Force members are under the 200% leader skill. I saw somebody on the comments of one of the other videos that I put out the other day saying that they weren't on Space Traveling Warriors. But, I mean, I can show you right here, if we look at Raccoon, that he's on Terrifying Conquerors and Space Traveling Warriors. There's Guldo, Terrifying Conqueror, Space Traveling Warriors. So I'm not sure if that guy was thinking about somebody else, but obviously these guys are all on the 200% leader skill for Captain Ginyu. So he's got 426k defense. I could transform here with him and get the heal this early on, which I guess would be a good idea. And then the other thing that you could do, which I didn't do in this run, but technically I could have, because every single unit is from the Planet Namek saga. If you've defeated the collection of epic battles missions, there's obviously the support memory that gives an extra, is it 15% attack and defense for the whole fight for all Planet Namek saga extreme and units, right? The Frieza support memory. So I could have brought that and then every single unit on the team would have an extra 15% attack and defense. So then the run would be even easier. But for the whole point of the video, I'm not necessarily, I guess making it more difficult is not the right way of putting it, but I'm not giving myself any of those extra advantages just to show you that you can still beat this event with this team. So really, it all comes back to what I was saying a little bit ago, near the beginning of the video, that I'm sure a lot of people are talking about the red zone. Obviously, this team, the way it's built right now, this team would not beat, like, you know, red zone Broly or probably Omega either. Maybe you'd be able to do one of the first couple of stages where it's not as hard, especially if you are running that Planet Namek support memory. But in terms of, like, for people on Global at the moment, if you want to summon for Ginyu, and you've just been hearing all of these, you know, if you only pull Ginyu but you don't pull the banner units, then you won't be able to use them because this team won't be very good. Well, you know, as you can see, we are doing pretty well here. The fact that Ginyu has the ability to heal off of the exchange obviously makes up for a couple of the unfortunate super attacks that we took early on. Because obviously we have units like the physical Raccoon, who we have here on the turn now, who obviously wants to get hit to build up his stats. So it would be more beneficial for him to get hit earlier on in the event if possible. So we're going to put him in slot 1 here, let him take some hits. We've got the Dokkan attack coming up fairly soon. So in this turn where he has type advantage is probably a good turn to let him build up. I don't know how many times he's been hit already, actually. He might be fully built up. So on the next rotation we can check and see what his stats are looking like. God Vegeta busting out all of the dodges here apparently. So Ginyu Goku only able to land the one attack, but then he's going to show show Vegeta a bit of the same and just throw out them dodges. Because remember, when you've exchanged into Ginyu Goku, he gets 10% chance to crit and 10% chance to dodge with each attack. And he can attack multiple times. He's going to attack always at least twice. So once he's fully built up, 50% chance to dodge, then obviously he's going to be looking pretty good. So I think what we want to do here, just in case we don't get the finish on Vegeta here, I think we will float off the LR Ginyu Force just in case, because obviously if Vegeta's still alive at the end, I would much rather they take the super attack than STR Jace. But Jace should have pretty good defense after super attacking as well, because he raises defense on super and he's getting all of this support from the physical Ginyu Force. So Jace can be very good. Obviously, when we're in the final phase against AGL Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, I'll probably have to use an item if Jace is on the rotation. Although, of course, Jace allows us to see the super attack location, but he probably is still going to get hit pretty hard from normal attacks. He double supered here though, so that's the double defense raise. So obviously he was able to tank those for double digit damage. And then, can they finish him off here? They did. So technically I didn't need to float them off, but it is all good. So let's see. I guess we want to do... Ginyu's going to have the most defense, right? Yeah. And he... Oh, okay. So we're spotting the super attack here. Now that's one thing that we need to be aware of is Ginyu... He's got 479k defense. He... I think his passive is fully built up, so he does have the potential to just dodge, right? He's got 50% chance to dodge. So I think we probably would be okay. Even if he gets hit by the super attack, we're definitely not going to die here, because we have, like, even with all these free-to-play units, our team has 569k HP. So we should be looking pretty good here. I'm going to hit all the nodes so we can get the maximum damage and therefore the maximum healing possible on the next turn. So even if he doesn't dodge the super here from Blue Vegeta, we are hopefully going to get most, if not all, of that HP back again. Because remember, we also have a 50% chance to crit, as well as the 50% dodge chance. So we should do, hopefully, some good damage here. We got all the nodes. So 6.3 mil crit with no support. And then here comes the 5 million additional. Mine and the friend both have one dupe. So I guess I could have bought a 55% friend to show, because I guess if you summon and you only pull one Ginyu, but the difference between one dupe and 55% It's not huge at first. Obviously, the fact that you can give... I went pretty heavy on additionals with mine because I want him to stack as much as possible. But, I mean, even on this turn, 55%, we would have dodged that attack anyway, right? Because you still get the 50% build up with the 5 attacks. So he's still going to be looking very, very good. So we should be able to finish him off here, I think, with the combination of this Ginyu and then Jace. Jace will take damage from the super if we haven't killed him and we have to take it, but shouldn't be too much. And in fact, it might even be enough to get the exchange with this Ginyu the next time around, depending on how much damage we actually take here. So bear in mind that this is the stage before the final phase. So it's still a fairly hard-hitting boss at this point. We got type advantage, so let's see how much damage his super attack is actually going to do to Jace. He's going to dodge us, okay. Alright, so Jace, how much do you take from this? We've got type advantage, 200k maybe? Only 96! Well, there you go. So, and again, this is without that support memory to give us the extra 15% attack and defense, which would just make this team even more powerful. And Int Ginyu still is very, very good as well. So, yeah, we are actually looking pretty good here. So, I kind of want to do this just to get the extra links, but to be fair, we have over 500k defense. Yeah, even without being in slot. So, actually, should we float off? I'll float off Raccoon just because the LR Ginyu Force is so good. So, it would probably make sense to have them on rotation so we get them back again quicker, because we need to float off depending on where the super attack location is on the next turn. When we get into SSBE, we probably need to float off Jace. Although saying that, like, if there's only one slot attack in the middle and like 4 slots attacks in slot 3, I'm just gonna keep him in the middle, but we'll see how that pans out here. So we can see the super attacks, and we're getting super attacked in slot 1, so realistically we should do this. Now Ginyu is at 618k defense, so I just want to see him eat the super, to be honest. He's taking the super as like the last attack of the turn, so it's not like he's going to get his defense massively lowered and then get like BTFO'd by Vegeta here. So all of these normal attacks at the start are going to do double-digit damage, and then let's see what the super attack is going to do. We are over 600k defense with him here, with only the little bit of support that STR Jace gives with his passive. So still 197k. Remember, this Vegeta probably is the hardest hitting event boss on Global at the moment with the final flash. So that still is a pretty significant amount of damage. But then, of course, Ginyu super attacks, gets his defense back up a little bit, so he's back to taking double-digit damage. Now, obviously, that means our transformed Captain Ginyu would be fairly likely to take... Well, we wouldn't take lethal damage because we've obviously got a lot of HP. But let's see, what are we looking at here? So, yeah, he's still got 527k. So we still don't really even need to worry about him. So we'll go ahead and do this, and then do this. We can't get any type orbs here, though. I would quite like to heal, but it's one of those things. I feel like I've made my point with this team, right? And the fact that they are still good without the side banner units. But I also would still like to finish the event, right? So if we get clipped with a super attack here on, like, say, the Ginyu Force and then die, that would be quite unfortunate. So we don't necessarily have to do a no-item run to prove my point, I feel like. So we'll go ahead and pop a Princess Snake. I mean, the thing is, if I was using the side banner units, I would use the physical LR Ginyu Force as well. So if them getting super attacked got us killed, that doesn't really have anything to do with not running the side banner units, because neither of the side banner units have the Scouter effect. Or sorry, the Raccoon and Guldo don't have the Scouter effect. Jace and Berta don't have it themselves, but can contribute towards Ginyu getting it, because they are the safer option to run over STR Jace. But STR Jace has the guaranteed Scouter ability, which of course is super, super useful. So, I mean, these free-to-play Ginyu Force units, especially under this 200% leader skill, they are still looking really good. I mean, Int Ginyu tanking against Blue Evolution is very, very good. So, this is probably going to be the last turn here. We already know from previous experience that we're not going to die to a super here, even though we have had our defense lowered. So if he super attacks in slot 1, actually, that could be bad. But we're still able to tank normal attacks for double digits. Now he's going to super and lower our defense. So how much do we take after this? So that's 200k, and then we still take double digit damage. So yeah, there you go. So we should finish off Vegeta this turn. But this is the legendary Vegeta event beaten on Global using Captain Ginyu and his team, but with no side banner unit. Well, neither of the side banner units. No STR, Raccoon and Guldo. No Int, Jace and Berta. And I think Raccoon actually is going to finish him off here, because Raccoon can hit some pretty decent attack stats. Yeah, 4 million. So if he doesn't dodge, then yeah, see you later, Vegeta. So there you go. Legendary Vegeta event beaten with Captain Ginyu, and then a full free-to-play Ginyu Force team. So it absolutely can be done. So if you are tempted to summon for Ginyu with the tickets, or you want to try the discounted steps, and you've got enough stones to save for the anniversary still, because I think if you have like, you know, 500 stones or less at this point and you're free to play, probably should be saving them all for the anniversary. But if you're tempted to summon for Ginyu, as you can see right here, as far as events on Global go right now, you do not need to pull the side banner units for Ginyu to be good. So there you go. That is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.